Iron Man and this man right here. You already see the motorcycle. You already see the motorcycle. How is he getting back? He got in the time machine. You see the ring. They made sure to show us that he went, he got married. He had a family, it seemed like. But when the world needs a hero, when the world needs avenging, it is what it is. Welcome home, Cap. Welcome home. Look, I liked Steve Rogers' character. I actually think that the Captain America trilogy was the best trilogy that Marvel put out. So I by no means am here to say I don't want Captain America to return, but man, the Falcon kind of got thrown under the bus a little bit here. I thought that we were going to get a more compelling story, and they dropped the ball a little bit with Falcon becoming Captain America. We know that the general sentiment pop culturally is that Marvel has seriously dropped the ball since Avengers Endgame came out. They haven't been able to capture the same luster. The characters that they've chosen to embark down the path on just haven't caught flame like Endgame did. So they got on the phone and said, Robert Downey, our most well known, compelling, charismatic favorite character, come back. He's coming back. And they did the same for Captain America. And Captain America has a child. He's leaving his child. Now that I'm looking at this and thinking about how they're even supposed to get this man from the past, if you saw the Fantastic Four movie, at the end of it, we saw that Doctor Doom, who we know is going to be Robert Downey Jr., he's the villain. I wonder if we're even getting the same Captain America Steve Rogers that we did in the Avengers movies. This could be a completely different version of him from a different multiverse. That's what happens when you play these multiverse games. I don't know if this is the same Captain America that was able to pick up Mjolnir. This might just be a dad with a Captain America suit. Who knows? That's still Cap though. Even if that is the dad version of him, that's still Captain. So listen, I know Marvel had to sort of come crawling back, but I'm sure Chris Evans is going to be compensated well for this. And I'm ready to see this. We've all had somewhat of a bad taste in our mouths from what Marvel's been putting out, but I'm ready to see. Please, Marvel, do not drop the ball with this one. Okay. You hear the iconic piano playing with the Avengers sound. We got Steve back, but that's not the end of it. There's a couple more characters that are joining the party. So that was Steve. Then they dropped another trailer for us. Mind you, some of these were leaking online. I had to make sure that I avoided them so I could come and potentially have this moment live on stream. Another guy who we didn't know what Marvel was doing with him. They somehow found a way to, I hate to say it, but they wasted an excellent Christian Bale performance with a subpar Thor movie. Thor, from 1 to 3 had a chance to make an argument for being the best Marvel trilogy. I want to say roughly. I still would say Captain America was above, but Thor had the level of hype, especially the first Thor movie. People were showing up. Chris Hemsworth was doing his thing. He was garnering some of that hype of being, one of the more fan favorite characters. So people were always excited to see Thor, especially when they did the movie that pulled from the Planet Hulk comics. We got to see him in the arena. But then they just made him too silly. That was really what went wrong with his character. So let's see how they want to bring him back. I thought that Chris Hemsworth might have put the hammer down for the final time after that movie.
Father, all my life, I've answered every call. To honor, duty, to war. But now fate has given me something I never sought. A child.
Another dad. Again, I have to ask the question, is this even the same Thor that we've seen in the movies? Is this Thor, or is this Thor from Multiverse 753? I don't know where they're going to go with this. As soon as they open the door on time travel and multiverse, I never know who's who. This person could be from that universe or that one. They have to make sure their writers were cooking and locked in for this story.
A life untouched by the storm. Lends me the strength of the old fathers, so that I may fight once more, defeat.
Wow, this looks like an aged Thor. I don't know if this is Chris Hemsworth aging or if it's the makeup. Now, if you guys are only familiar with the film version of Thor, the comic version is brutal. This guy was not a nice man in the comics. He was a god of rage. He committed atrocities like several other of these Greek gods or Norse mythology gods, I should say. He was not a nice man. He was someone who people feared in their heart of hearts. He was an extremely powerful character. I wonder if the backlash from maxing out the silliness of Thor will make them go the whole other direction. He might not crack a smile in this movie. Now that I think about it, he's asking for the strength of his father to defeat this final enemy. He's a dad. He might be done with the games, and I would be very interested in that portrayal. Wow, you could glean a lot from a couple minutes of a teaser. Okay, Thor, defeat one more enemy.
One more enemy, and return home to her. Not as a warrior, but as warmth. To teach her not battle.
He doesn't even want to fight anymore after this. Let's not forget, Thor almost took out Thanos. This is not someone to be played with. If he was just a little bit more accurate, if he took a couple more swings in the batting cages, there might not have even been an Avengers Endgame. But now that he has a daughter, that dad strength kicks in, and he wants to win this battle so that there will be no more, so that his daughter never has to fight. Okay. Maybe Thor will be leading the Avengers. Steve Rogers, he seemed a little bit softened, the version we saw in that trailer, but Thor, okay, Thor, teach her not battle.
But stillness. The kind I never knew. Please, Father, heed my words.
All right. Already, that's better than the Captain America teaser. Or that was better than the Steve Rogers teaser. Thor, we're going to rank these as they come out. Thor, I'm number one. I want to see his portrayal. I'm excited to see how they do Thor. But I haven't seen this next one that I'm going to share with you. I especially saved this because I have no idea where they're going to take this story. But they teased this next teaser. I didn't expect this at all. When I saw this hit my timeline, I was like, wow, just in time for us to watch this on stream.
Death comes for us all.
You know what it is. You know what it is. It's one letter. The X-Men, yes. The X-Men that have not crossed over into this universe other than a Wolverine cameo, other than Deadpool. Yes, the X-Men. This I am here for. The X-Men movies have been done very dirty because they were not able to leverage the same resources that their Marvel counterparts in the other studios were able to use. But yes, the School for the Gifted, it looks destroyed here, but there's an opportunity to make the X-Men cool again. It's been a while. The generation right now coming up doesn't even know of a time when the X-Men were cool, unfortunately.
That's all I know for sure. The question is,
Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Is this the multiverse? The same one we've been seeing?
are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
Professor X. Professor X. Professor X. He doesn't play games either. You got to really put together everyone for Doctor. We don't even know what Doctor Doom did. This might be like how they did Thanos, where we didn't even know what Thanos' intentions were. He just showed up and was strictly handling his business. He was just standing on business. He just showed up in Infinity War and did exactly what he said he was going to do, erase half of the population. Is Doctor Doom going to be moving like that? I guess we'll find out together. Magneto, a GOAT Marvel villain, Magneto. I might be Magneto, Thor. This is tough. Magneto is a great villain. If Magneto is here fighting Doctor Doom, as I'm going through these Marvel, please, I'm pleading with you from the Behold Pop Culture family, do not mess this up. We've been waiting a long time for this. Wow, Magneto. Now these, I have to say, they look pretty old. This doesn't look like someone that I'm going to feel very confident in protecting me if I'm going against Doctor Doom. Maybe they'll lead the Avengers. These look like they're in a state where they just are going to be, helping from the sidelines, strategizing. If Magneto starts going crazy, though, Thor might need to back up. Cyclops, okay. Is Hugh Jackman coming back for this? All right, Marvel, I'm on board. If it wasn't clear before, I am on board. Magneto, Professor X, Cyclops. Get Hugh Jackman back in here. Bring him back. I know he's doing other movies. Bring him back. Get Deadpool in here. Just bring everyone. Okay, Cyclops. That looked crazy. Hold on, I have to watch that again. Who is that in the background? Hold on, I have to get this. Who is this? Are these the Sentinels? Galactus? The X-Men suit looks good. The X-Men. Okay. You got me with this one. All right. Avengers Doomsday. Put the camera back on me. Avengers Doomsday, I'm on board. I am on board. Yes, this is what we were waiting to see. These teasers were excellent. And every single other one you want to drop, let us get hype. This movie comes out at the end of the year. I'm going to need to clear my calendar for this. This is the type of moment the whole pop culture was made for. Avengers movie, yes. The Odyssey, yes. Dune, you might have to move out the way too with the way Avengers is looking right now. They're supposed to release on the same day. I don't know about that one, Dune, but yes, this is what I'm excited for.